As you know, I'm from Mexico, and we have been having press conferences in Latin America, one in Mexico, one in Peru, with a lot of press coverage because we think that in Latin America, this pandemic agreement is not being fair. As you know, Latin America was the developing region of the world mostly affected and primarily affected with deaths of COVID. Uh, Millions of people die in Latin America because of COVID-19, just 800, almost 1 million just in Mexico, and a lot more in Brazil. But the point is that this pandemic agreement is not being fair, is not being equitable. And the last version, as I mentioned it earlier, is not really getting to the point of equity, and some other issues as well, as Michael Weinstein already mentioned it. But right now, the status of these negotiations looks like probably they will move into postponing some parts, or probably postponing the pandemic agreement overall. And probably that's the direction that is going to happen during this World Health Assembly. We have been hearing some voices and positions from different countries around this topic. We know that good news is that African countries are quite united in a single position through the African Union. And that's a good approach because they have been fighting for equity. There is also an equity group inside the negotiating body led primarily by Indonesia, but some other countries as well, like Malaysia and several, of course, South Africa and several from the other parts of the world, like in Latin America as well. But right now, that's the status. They are going to negotiate. They are continuing to negotiate, even that the official negotiations ended last Friday with no consensus. They have an agreement that it has some green lighted text. There are some others who are yellow. That means they don't have agreement yet. And probably that might be the direction that this might take.